Hi folks, Yifan here. Today I'll be talking to you about B2 bridging code and interactive visualization in computational notebooks. This work is done with Joe and Arvind. Data scientists have embraced the computational notebook as their preferred medium of data exploration. Here they can write code, they can create visualizations, and they can write down their thoughts. On the other hand, visual analytic dashboards offer very convenient interactive exploration, but does not allow the same amount of flexibility as programming. We asked the question of how to bring together the best of both worlds. In the process, we overcame 3 gaps and built bridges between these two mediums. The first is a layout gap. As we can see here, the notebook offers a very convenient way to weave together code and visualizations. However, it could be difficult for interactive visualizations that need a very compact view to coordinate these multiple visualizations. To bridge this gap, B2 augments the notebook with a dashboard view, and code executed in the cells could create visualizations, and the dashboard could be toggled and resized. Not only could code on the left-hand side control the dashboard to the right, the dashboard could also be used to navigate to the relevant code on the left-hand side. The second is a semantic gap. Despite the fact that the user has specified the queries and encodings for the static visualizations, it still takes a lot more effort to create the interactive visualization. On the other hand, the work done in the interactive visualizations cannot be translated into code land. To help bridge this gap, we can use methods in data lineage. Consider 2 queries that specifies 2 static visualizations. If we want to synthesize a filtering effect, what we can do is to take a look at the data that corresponds to these queries, and then we can trace how these rows were derived from the original tables. And then this way, when we have the specific row that is selected, we can use that to trace back to the original tables and then rederive the new filtered values. This way, we can even create queries that are used to create the result. The method of data lineage allows us to synthesize interactive visualizations from data frame queries, and we can capture the selections in code to the left. So that was an example of going from code to interactive visualizations. Now we'll show the other direction. Here we're able to capture the code form of the result of that selection. And as we can see, if we execute the query, we're able to get back the exact underlying data representing the selected results. Third and last is a temporal gap. In a notebook, cell executions are persistent, which is great for reproducibility. However, in interactive visualizations, interactions are transient, which is really great for exploration without creating a lot of clutter. In order to support both mediums, we need a way to coordinate these different behaviors. One temporal bridge we built is that interactions are reified into code with care to fold the past interactions so that it doesn't clutter up the notebook. We're able to also uncomment these past interactions and re-execute the code to replay past interactions. Furthermore, these transient visualization states can also be captured into the notebook. This way, even when B2 is not active, the user is still able to view their prior results. Additionally, we're able to endow persistent cells with the property of transience by making it interactive via the reactive cell magic plus B2 APIs. This way, the user is able to create their own mini custom interactive applications just with a few simple commands. To evaluate B2, we conducted a first use study with 7 participants. The session started with a 20-minute tutorial followed by 2 specific tasks and 1 open-end exploration on the dataset of Berkeley police calling data. We visualized the actions that the participants had taken. The x-axis indicates time and the y-axis indicates which participant. As we can see here, the dark blue ticks, which represents the selections with the visualizations, are scattered between coding. One participant said that B2 spared them of tedious commands and made data exploration super easy. Another observation we made is that the participants often utilize the bridges to cross between the 2 mediums. For instance, one of them said that the ability to access the code and data format of charts are really important for sharing. And another one of them said that the reification of interactions into code really helps them pick up context after a pause and a break. That was a quick tour of B2. Please refer to the paper for more details in our methods and the user studies. I'm happy to take questions. Thank you.